Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Yoga with Dave at the Virtual Village Hall, the Royal Voluntary Service providing this fantastic service for you guys out there. And thank you for joining. It's time for yoga again. The weeks keep flying by. This is number 55. How did we get to number 55 of the yoga? Remember, you can catch up with loads of these classes, not just my yoga classes, but all the other fantastic offerings from the Virtual Village Hall. Just go to the Facebook page and they're all on there. There's just loads and loads of stuff that you can catch up on. But today is yoga. And we're going to be doing a nice all-round practice today. There'll be some sun salutations in there as well. But we're going to start on our backs today. We don't usually do that. We usually start seated and we'll twist a little bit. But today we're going to start on our backs. So at this stage here, if you feel that you want to lay, you've got your yoga mat maybe you're just lying directly on the floor. It doesn't matter. And you may want to put a blanket down underneath you, especially if you feel that you've got your back's a little bit tender when you lie down. Make it really comfortable, because we can do a lot of these poses that we're going to do with a little bit of comfort as well. So remember about your yoga practice, it wants to be that joyful movement. So you don't want to come into a class and think, oh no, not another class of yoga. You want to come into it and be thinking, hey, you know what? This is something that I want to do. You know what? This is something that I know that it's going to help me physically. It's going to help me mentally, emotionally, and ultimately it's going to nurture me. Yeah. And it's going to raise your energy. It's going to make you feel better about yourself. And because you feel better about yourself, you're going to radiate your beautifulness out into the world. And remember, your beautifulness is always there. It's always lying here at the heart center. It's just this thing, the mind sometimes clouds it all. So yoga, think about it as a practice of union, breath, movement, and coming back to your center and realizing your full potential. That's the way I see it anyway. Let's do this. So I'm just going to turn the comments on. Sharon says it's blustery here in Devon. Julie's here as well. Welcome, Julie. It's not as blustery here in good old Leicester, but it has been. But things have settled down a little bit. Looking at the flags outside. It's looking a little bit windy. So I'm going to go lying on my back. As I say, if you wanted to put something down, underneath the body, then you can do that now. Now, how am I going to get down here? Don't have to do anything funky. It's the start of the class. You can bend into your knees, bring the hands down, and then just lie down, bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra. And you know what? I could probably stay here all afternoon, just like this. In fact, let's do this right now. Bring the feet wide, so the feet are right on the edges of your mat. If you're not using a mat, bring the feet nice and wide. Let the knees touch. So the knees are touching and the feet are wide. As you do that, just find that kind of curvature in the spine. So if I bring my hands, we can all do this together. The palms are face down, and then just naturally bring the hands underneath the curvature of the lumbar spine. So that's the natural curve of the spine. Take the hands away, and then as the feet are wide and the knees are together, see if you can press just the lower spine down into the floor. Bring the palms face up. And then do nothing here apart from maybe close the eyes and just breathe. So just keep this breath moving. In and out through the nose if that feels good. You feel that connection of the lumbar spine or the whole length of the spine pressing down into the floor. And as you do that, feel the belly rise and fall. And then just take 2 more complete rounds of breath here in your own time. Beautiful. And then from here, slowly separate the knees. Now begin to walk the feet in, just towards each other. So now they're stacked right under the knees, soles of the feet are flat on the floor, and the feet are about hip width apart. You can just about touch your ankles. Can you do that? Then your feet are probably in the right position. If you can't touch your ankles, that's okay. Bring the palms center face down, somewhat in between the hips and the feet. And then do that again. Press the lower spine down into the floor. On an inhale, just lift the spine. So the pelvis begins to do this. You just tilt it forward. On an exhale,
flatten the spine back down onto the floor. So that's the movement. Inhale, tilt the tailbone forward, so the whole of the pelvis rolls forward. It's a slight movement. And exhale, press the spine back down into the floor. So just move like that. Inhale, pelvis steps forward. Exhale, pelvis rolls back down. So working with the breath, what you're feeling here is the spine flattening down, and then the spine just curving. So you should feel a little bit of stretch, or not a stretch, of engagement just at the navel center. Nice. Do a couple more like that. Your shoulders are nice and relaxed. Beautiful. And then from here, just bring the right knee in towards the chest, and then bring the left knee in towards the chest, or the belly. And then be nice and gentle here. Just hug around the shins, or you can always hug around the knees. And then just begin to do some nice gentle circles, or just swing the knees from side to side. And think about your spine. Think about how it feels. The idea of imprinting each and every one of your vertebrae down into the mat. Shoulders are relaxed. So you're not kind of like pulling too much like this. Make sure the back of the neck is long. And you just begin to move out. And you're just gently massaging the spine in any way that feels good for you. Really nice work. All right, from here, we're going to do a range of exercises that are going to work into the core, but none of them are going to be too strenuous, you'll be happy to say. But you'll feel a little bit. Bring the feet back down. Feet are wide, the feet are hip width. I mean, pretty wide, but they're hip width, so not as wide as when we first went here. And then you can touch the ankles. Line the feet up the long edge of your mat. Maybe you have a little visual. You can look down and think, yeah, my feet are lined up. And then from here, we'll come into a dynamic bridge. We do two versions of this. So the feet always, the knees always remain about hip width apart, not too wide, not too narrow. Press into all four corners of the feet, and then inhale, rise up through the spine. Engage the thighs, so you come up nice and high. The gaze is always up, or you close the eyes. Don't move the neck or the head. As you exhale, roll down through the spine. So this is dynamic bridge. When the spine feels flat on the floor, engage into all four corners of the feet. Inhale, just repeat. So you're inhaling up, you're exhaling down. Inhale up, exhale down. The nice thing about bridges is the back bend, but also I feel it into my thighs, I feel it into my hip flexors, I feel it in a lot of places. You find that the heart center opens, you get this nice passive stretch through the shoulders. Working with the breath, inhaling, and then exhaling. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Do 3 more like that in your own time. Nice. When the spine's nice and flat on the floor, everything feels stable. You're going to hug first the right knee in, and then the left knee back in towards the belly or the chest, and then just rock it out. Maybe now you can bring the forehead up towards the knees. Yeah, beautiful. Then replant the feet, and now we're going to do the same kind of movement. We're going to move the arms as well. So I'll show you what it looks like. This is your inhale. Arms sweep up, fingertips just press into the floor. So you're not kind of flattening the palms, really trying to just engage into the fingertips. The arms are activated. So you're here. Don't move your head like I'm doing now. And then exhale, sweep the arms down, bring the hips down. So try and match that movement. So in your own time, inhale up, exhale down. So the movement should be the length of the breath. So it's going to be different for all of us. Inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale. So this is that really nice fluid movement. On an inhale, you expand everything out. On your exhale, you bring everything back down to the earth. Keep moving like that. Inhale, exhale. Deep inhale. Full exhale. 3 more like this. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And full exhale. Beautiful. This time, with the spine nice and neutral, so it feels nice and relaxed, bring the soles of the feet in towards each other. So now the soles of the feet touch, and then just let your knees fall open. So it's up to you. You can always walk the feet in towards the groin, or you can walk the feet away from the groin. So depending on what sort of stretch you're looking for. So a little bit more intense if the feet are nearer. And then place the left hand on the heart, the right hand on the stomach, and then just breathe here into the hands. Maybe close the eyes. Connect deeply with your breath. Just notice what you're noticing. So this is that idea of you meeting you. Every time you get onto the mat, it's just an opportunity to pay a little bit more attention to yourself. Beautiful, really nice work. From here, release the hands, place them on the outer thighs, bring the knees in together. And then you're going to lengthen both legs down the mat. So we've got a few more things to do here. So lengthen both legs down your mat, zip the legs up together, and feel where you are. Come off my mat a little bit, so shuffle back. So make any adjustments you need to. From here, take an inhale, sweep the arms up into the air, bring the arms down. Stretch it out here. So stretch through one side of the body, maybe the right side first, as you relax the left side. So you're pulling those or stretching those fingertips away, really finding that stretch through the right leg. As you exhale, release, and then repeat on the left-hand side. So as you activate through one side, you relax through the other. And then just move like that, just in your own time, in your own way, moving gently. Maybe a couple of breaths on either side. Nice, beautiful. And then from here, what we're going to do, we're going to do single leg raises. So if you feel any strain in your lower back, I want you to do this. Bring the thumbs together, spread out through the fingers, so this kind of position, and then you place the palms face down underneath your sacrum. So this is going to support your lower back. Okay, so you can be here. And then you're inhaling, right leg up. You're exhaling it down. Inhale the left leg up, and you're exhaling it down. So it's this movement. You see I've got a little bend in my knees, or a little bend in my knee. You can do that just to protect the hamstrings. You can always be here as well, with the palms just by the hips. So don't strain. So you want to feel this activation of the belly. So you really begin to enliven the core of the body. So inhale up, exhale down. Alternate legs, inhale it up, exhale it down. Nice. Try and match the movement with breath. And you want it to be relatively quick. Don't strain. There should be never any strain in your yoga. Activation and challenging postures, that's all good. But you don't want to strain. Inhale up, exhale down. Nice, powerful breath. If the neck feels okay, you can do what I'm doing. You can look up and you just get a visual of what's going on. No strain, no strain in the neck, no strain in the back. Remember, you can do this version. It feels so much more relaxing, especially if you've got a tender lower back. Nice. Two more either side. See if you can do this. See if you can inhale, bring both legs up. And now you might want to support under the spine. Zip the legs up. And as you exhale, You can always bend the knees here. If the spine feels okay, you can just lower the legs down nice and slowly. If you've got the arms or the hands tucked underneath the sacrum, release them, bring them up, let the feet fall open, and just feel your body totally relaxing here. Maybe close the eyes. You can always deep inhale through the nose, full exhale through the mouth. Release the unnecessary. Deep inhale through the nose, full exhale through the mouth. One more like that. Nice deep inhale. Your fullest exhale. Beautiful. Bend one knee in, bend the other knee in. Hug around the knees or the shins or the back of the thighs. Loads of options. But what you want to do is, when you're hugging the knees in, don't do this. You see where this part of the body, the sacrum, lifts up. So this part always wants to be nice and stable. And then you just hug the knees in. You're not like hugging them in with much force. You see my shoulders are nice and relaxed on the floor, nice and broad. This is perfect. It's all I want to feel. I want to feel and the spine elongating, the spine just totally relaxing, and I want to feel a little compression into my hips. So this is good. I'm not trying to kind of muscle my way into anywhere. Beautiful. So here we're going to keep the feet off the floor. We're going to bring the palms back down. Remember, if you need to bring the hands underneath the sacrum, you can be here as well. We're going to do leg pistons. And again, we'll go relatively quickly, but I'd like you to go just at a speed that feels good for you. If you need to take a rest, please take a rest. So this is the movement. Inhale, right leg out. Exhale, left leg out. So that's the movement. So it's inhale, exhale. As one leg straightens, the other leg bends. You don't want to be too high. You don't want to kind of bring the feet way off the floor. You want to keep the feet relatively low to the ground. You can always do this. You can make a basket grip behind the neck, inhaling and exhaling as you go. Nice powerful breath. What I'd like you to do is inhale both legs out, and then on your next exhale, drop the feet down, nice and wide. If you do what I'm doing, you've got the basket grip, release, palms face up, take a load of room, and then just feel the body resting here. Complete rest, let it all go. So we bring stress into the body, and then we let the body go. Nice. Beautiful. Really nice work. Fantastic. Take 2 more complete rounds of breath. Nice deep inhale. Full exhale. One more like that. Deep inhale. And full exhale. So we'll do one more posture down here, and then we'll get up and we'll work through some of these beautiful sun salutations that we've been working through for the last year or so. So from here, let's bend both knees back into the chest. And then what we do, left leg, and then slowly bring it down. You're going to put the right knee over to the left-hand side. So bring the arms out, first of all, in this T shape. And then bring the left hand just on the outside of the right knee. So you lift the left arm up, and then the left hand is on the outside of the right knee. Now just bring the right knee over to the left. So now you come somewhat onto the left hip. And then you can look down the right arm. So you're just twisting the knee over to the right, so the knee over to the left. Breathing deeper here. You find if this right foot lifts, I've got a block here. You can always place the foot on the block, or if you've got a cushion, but try and keep the shoulders nice and relaxed on the floor. So if you find that this right shoulder begins to lift, just bring the right leg down a little bit. Try not to twist too severely. You want to feel it, but you don't want to be straining. Nice. One more deep inhale. and then a full exhale. Slowly, you're just going to bring the right knee back to centre, and then from here, hook the left knee into the right. And then we'll just swap it out. Make sure everything feels stable. Lengthen out through the left leg. Maybe just lengthen it out, and then drop the heel down. With both arms out, so you get that nice relaxation through the shoulders. Have a little shimmy through the shoulders. You need a block or a cushion, place it on the right hand side, and then from here, lift up the right arm, place it the outer edge of the left knee, and then just guide the left knee over to the right. And then see, look, you can just adjust. You've got something here. You know, the foot can be flat on the floor, or you can place it on the block, and then look down the left arm. If that feels good for you, you might just want to look straight up. So you feel this twist in the spine, obviously, you feel it into the left hip, into the left lower back. Breathing deeply. Nice passage stretch through the neck. See if you can breathe all of that amazing, nourishing breath into the body. A little bit harder when you're in a twist. Fully connect with the breath. Nice. One more deep inhale. And then your fullest exhale. Slowly, gently roll back onto the back. And then the left knee's already hooked in, and then hook the right knee in. So I'll give you a choice from here. You can either just roll over to one head, only if you know if your spine's okay. Grab around shins, or you can grab around the back of the thighs, and then you just do a few spinal rolls. So you inhale in and exhale as you roll. So just a little massage into the spine, nice and gentle. Make sure you're not rolling onto the neck. So you're not trying to, roll fast. You're not trying to come back too far. You're just massaging the spine out. Very good for toning the spine. Very good for energy in the body. Hey, and it feels good, doesn't it? Oh, I like it anyway. Maybe do two more. Then we'll meet the people that just pushed over to one side. And then eventually come all the way to sit, and then we find ourselves here. Nice, everyone. Beautiful stuff. Come onto all fours. So you're going to stack yourself onto all fours. You're going to bring yourself into tabletop position. I'm just going to read some of these comments. That's very nice of you, Julie. All right, okay. Beautiful. All right, spread out through the fingers and have your knees right underneath your hips. So this is the arm in tabletop position. So the spine is nice and neutral. So imagine the spine here. It's a little bit like when we were lying on our backs. So we're not kind of here. You see, this is that. I push my belly right out, then you can feel that lumbar spine arch as well. It kind of dips in, and then this is the kind of the opposite of that. There's that movement. So we want to move the spine a little bit. So we'll do that in cat-cow. So on an inhale, drop the belly down, lift the head and the heart, and then exhale around the spine. So you can see the movement. Inhale. So your belly drops down. Exhale around the spine. Working with the breath, and make me feel this stretch a little bit differently, because we've warmed up the navel center and the core quite a bit with those postures we've done in the first half of the class. So now, me, I feel a little bit more activation, a little bit more stretch in my belly, a little bit deep down. Not that my abs are glistening or anything, but you know what I mean. You feel it down into the belly, you feel it in the stomach region. Inhale forward, exhale down. Inhale, spine elbows, belly drops. Exhale, tuck the belly back, really press into the hands, and then you separate the shoulder blades on that exhale. Couple more. Nice deep inhale, come back to center. And then a full exhale. So we do two more like that. So I'd like you to inhale through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Nice long exhales. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Split your knees nice and wide. bring your big toes together. So you might have a look at that before you come down, and then bring your sit bones back onto your heels. So you see, I've got that connection. You might be a bit higher, you might be here. If you're very tight in the hips and the back, you might not get the sit bones all the way back. That's all right, it's not a problem. Walk the hands forward, and if you do find you're here, you know, where everything's lifted, just do this, place the head on the hands, or you can stack the fists and you can get yourself a lot higher, or you can bring a pillow or a cushion underneath your forehead. Otherwise, you're just like me, just lying all the way down onto your mat, and then just breathe deeply in. I've got a bit of cramp in my foot, that's why I'm moving. If you've got any cramp or anything like that, then feel free to move. And then breathe up and down the spine. Feel free, you can claw into the fingertips, you can rock on the forehead, make sure the neck feels okay though. And just massage the whole of the back body out, getting into the hips, getting into the shoulders, melting the heart down towards the floor. One more deep inhale. A full exhale, and then flatten the palms back down. If you have your hands by the feet, bring them round, come back to the tabletop position. All right, so let's step it up a little bit. I'm just going to tuck myself in, just so I look decent. I need to tuck my microphone in a little bit. So we're going to come into plank pose, and now we're going to work a little bit more actively. More of the work that we've done so far, 27 minutes into the class, it's all been leading to this point, so now we're going to move a little bit more energetically. Flatten the palms down. From here, step one foot back. In fact, we'll move slowly here. So step the right foot back. Doesn't matter if you've got the left foot back, because we're going to swap it out. Press into the toes, and notice what you're noticing here. So for me, I feel a really deep stretch into my right calf. I do feel it in my quads, but I can feel it mainly in my calf muscles. It's giving me an indication that I'm probably tight there. I've done a little bit of running this week. Maybe I need to stretch these out a little bit more. And then just do the same thing on the left-hand side. Notice the difference from side to side. So now we bring this awareness into the body. You know, we're thinking about, where am I tight? Where do I need to stretch my body out? Where am I probably overworking my body? Where do I need to send all of that breath and love? Nice. Come back to all fours. Now this time we're going to go into a full plank. So step one foot back, step the other foot back. And when you get here, you might be here. See, my hips are a little bit high. So I don't want to be here where the hips are low. If I come here, and you see this a lot, it's kind of cheating because it's easier to rest in this position. But you see my hips are not level. So I'm pressing into the outer edges of my feet, and then I'm coming here. My gaze just comes straight down to the top edge of my mat. Spread out through the fingers, find that engagement. Nice. Roll the shoulder blades back, try not to hunch into the shoulders like this. So the shoulders are nice and broad. After a few breaths, remember, you might begin to feel a little bit like there's woodworm in your plank. And if there's woodworm in your plank, bring your knees down, and you're still doing a tremendous back work here. All right, 2 more breaths. Deep inhale. Full exhale. One more like this. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And then this time, lift the hips and then come into your first downward facing dog. And again, I'd like you to keep it a little bit active. Look how bent my knees are. See how much I can elongate my spine. So if I try and lengthen my legs straight away, you see there's a bit of a rounding in my lower spine. Bend my knees, I can lengthen my spine. So I'll show you that again. We've done this a few times. If I lengthen my legs, my spine rounds. If I bend my knees, my spine elongates. So this is the position we want. Spreading out through the fingers, head is nice and loose. My gaze just comes naturally in between my feet. And I will keep bending my knees all the way through my downward facing dogs because I need to. That's the way my body is. There's no right, there's no wrong. Let's get away from thinking about that certain bodies can only do yoga. All bodies are yoga bodies. Leave me on that one. All right, from here. Inhale, lengthen into your plank. Exhale, lift the hips, come into your downward facing dog. So we do that 3 more times. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down facing dog, nice and slowly. Remember, take a break if you need to. 1 more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then from here, keep a nice bend in the knees, walk the hands back. So keep the hands walking back. Standing forward fold at the back of your back. Look at my knees, nice and bent. Relaxing the head down. Feet are nice and wide. And then I'm just rocking from side to side. If your hands are kind of here and you're straining, grab opposite elbows. Even if you're not straining, move from side to side. Have a little play around with where the weight is in the feet. Breathe deeply here. Nice. From here, bring the hands down, bend even deeper into the knees, like you're sitting halfway down. Roll up through the spine, come all the way up vertebra by vertebra, and then we come to stand. Give the arms a bit of a shake out, and you find yourself at the back of the mat. Nice, everyone. Really beautiful. All right, let's walk to the top of our mats, and then we're going to just move a little bit here. We're going to move for our sun salutations. So hopefully feeling the energy in the body, and then we'll be here for a large proportion of the rest of the class, and then we'll have a nice opportunity just to come into Shavasana. So bring the hands to the heart center, maybe close the eyes, breathe deeply. Beautiful. From here, take an inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, come into a forward fold. Nice. Inhale to find that. So this is where we come up halfway. So you keep a little bend in the knees. Just have a quick little visual what I do. So my knees are bent. If you see, look, little bend in the knees, and then I can elongate my spine out. And I come up quite high. You can come up higher, you can be lower. Exhale, forward fold. And we'll do that 3 more times just to get the movement. So press into the feet. Inhale, come up halfway. You see the back of my neck is long. I'm gazing straight down towards the floor. And then exhale, forward fold. 1 more, no, 2 more, sorry. Inhale, flat back. So I'm rolling the shoulder blades back, let my belly drop down, that's relaxing. Exhale, fold. And here's the last one. Inhale. And then this time, exhale, flatten the palms, step 1 foot back, step the other foot back. And then from here, take an inhale, come back into your plank. Beautiful. On this first one, exhale, drop the knees, keep the elbows tucked by the body, and then lower all the way to the floor. So don't let this happen where the elbows come out wide, lower all the way down. Press the tops of the feet into the floor, take an inhale, raise the chest, keep the elbows tucked by the body, little baby cobra. So you see I'm not coming up that far. And then exhale, tuck the toes under, push back to all fours, then lift the hips back into your downward facing dog. Nice. 2 breaths here. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Your deepest inhale. And your fullest exhale. Nice. Bend the knees into the hips, up between the hands, and then gently step to the top of the mat. Inhale to find some length. Come up halfway. Remember, a little bend in the knees can really help you. Spread out through your toes. Exhale, fold in low. Press into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. And then exhale, frame the hands at heart center. Nice, everyone. So we do 2 more like that, working on the breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Every breath has a movement attached to this. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down. Step it back into your plank. Inhale here to find length. Your choice. You can lower the knees, or you can come down. Well, I'm going to lower all the way down in one piece. Press the tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Nice bend in the elbows. And then exhale, push back to all fours, or do this, lift the hips straight into downward facing dog. Check your feet, breathe deeply here, lifting the hips, bending the knees, elongating the spine. 1 more deep inhale. Full exhale. Get nice and springy on the toes, up between the hands, and either walk or just step the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to find length. Exhale to fold in nice and low. Press into your feet, inhale, come all the way up to stand. And then exhale, frame the hands to heart center. So 1 more like that. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down. Stepping back into your plank. Inhale to find length. Beautiful. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. See how we move with the breath. Nice. 3 breaths. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Your deepest inhale. And your fullest exhale. Nice. Bend the knees into the hips, up between the hands. Gently, lightly, as much as you can. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale to find some length. Exhale, fold low. Press into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. And then exhale, frame the hands to heart center. Then just pause here, hands at heart center.
Really beautiful stuff, everyone. We're going to just take a few more postures, and then we'll be ready for our shavasana. Nice. Let's move into Warrior 2. It's such a beautiful position to come into. We open the hips out, engage the shoulders, building strength into the body. So what we're going to do, with your feet just at the top of your mat, step the right foot back. So a nice giant step. So you're going to spin the right toes out, so they're not square onto the back edge of your mat. You're just spinning the back toes forward. So the right toes on the back, you just spun forward, a little bit like this. You can see mine. Nice. Have a look at your ankles. So it'll take a little bit more time just to set up in Warrior 2. Make sure the ankles are lined up. So front ankle and back ankle. If I drew a line between the two, they're lined up. Nice. So you can bring the arms out. Nice. Play around with the arms. Maybe look down the front arm, look down the back arm. And the arms aren't doing this, you know, they're not kind of limp and loose. You engage the shoulders. Nice. As you do that, press into the outer edge of the back foot as you bend into the left knee. So now we come here. Nice. Beautiful. All right. Check the left knee. So the left knee wants to line up with the ankle. So make sure that this knee doesn't shoot forward. So you certainly don't want it to do this. See where my left knee is forward of my ankle? I don't want to do that. I want to walk my feet nice and wide, and then I'm here. And then I'm making sure that my knee and my ankle stack up. Really engaging into the back leg. Nice. Try and keep both sides of the waist nice and long. So again, try not to do this, try not to do this, try not to do this. So you tuck the tailbone under, and then you're in your Warrior 2. Nice. Look down the left arm. Breathe deeply. Because we're here, let's do this. Bring the back arm down, flip the front palm, take an inhale, keep the bend in the front knee, and then Warrior. So now you can look up. Full exhale. Nice. From here, bring the hands down, frame the left foot, step the left foot back to meet the right. This is the last little flow we're going to do. So inhale to find length, exhale, everybody drop the knees, lower all the way to the floor. Inhale, come through into your cobra. And then exhale, lift your hips downward facing dog. Fantastic work, everyone. Really nice. From here, walk the hands back towards the feet. And then from here, bend deeply into the knees. Bring the hands onto the hips this time. Roll all the way up to stand. Beautiful. So we do that all from the other side. I'm going to move, but you can stay where you are. Nice. So this time we're going to step the left foot back. So line the feet up at the top edges of your mat. Step the left foot back. And then let's do all that the same. So line up the ankles. Spin the back toes out, so the back toes are pointing forward. So you think about where the back toes pointing, 10 o'clock on the clock face. Nice. Bring the arms out. So you might want to play around, engage the shoulders, you can turn the palms up, you can turn the palms down, whatever feels good for you. Press into all four corners of the feet. As you press into the outer edge of the back foot, bend into the front knee. Nice. So now we come into Warrior 2 on the other side. Beautiful. Engagement in the legs, engage the shoulders, tuck the tailbone under. Think about the waist. Nice and long through both sides of the waist. Put down the right arm this time. Breathe deeply. Check the front knee. So you might be here. This might be the bend in the knee. You might be here. You know, you can bend into the front knee as much as you want. No strain on the knee though. Bring the back arm down. Flip the front palm. Inhale. Reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, left arm comes forward. Kind of wear it around the ear. And then the right arm up. And the palm faces up. So side angle pose. Breathe deeply here. Deep inhale. Full exhale. One more like that. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Bring the hands down. Step the right foot back to meet the left. And here we go. Inhale to find length. Exhale. Drop the knees or lower down in one piece. Come all the way down into the mat. Bring the hands out in front. Make a pillow with the hands. Look to the right. And then just let the body relax completely. Take a couple of breaths. Gently take the head all the way to the left.
From here, bring the head back to centre. Step the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, push yourself up onto a tabletop position, and then you're just going to flip over onto your hip, and then we're going to come into Shavasana. So, lying down on your backs, let the feet fall open. Maybe grab a blanket or put some socks on. Palms face up. Just feel your body at rest. All of that amazing work you've done today, loads of work that we've done into the core. Nice amount of flow and sun salutations. Let it all integrate. And then from here, just slowly, really gently, just begin to re-energize the body. Maybe draw the breath in with a little bit more intention and begin to wriggle out through the fingers and the toes. Maybe roll them out. And then anything else that feels good for you. Maybe a full body stretch that can feel good. Stretch the body out as long as you can. And then from here, sweep the arms back up. Hug the knees back in towards your belly for the final time, and then very gently just roll over to one side. Make a little pillow with the bottom hand, and just take a few long, deep breaths here. Really beautiful work, everyone. Press into the top hand, and then come all the way up. And then we're just going to finish the class in Sukhasana, which is easy pose, which we haven't been in so far in the whole class. So I'm just going to use this little block to sit on, so it's so nice and comfortable. Nice, everyone. Really nice. Let's rub our hands together at heart center. Create a load of heat in between the palms. Rub them vigorously. Smile. Nice work. Close the eyes if that feels safe. And when you've got a load of heat in the palms, bring the palms over the closed eyes. Blink the eyes open. Feel the rush of heat into the eyes. Rotate the eyes a couple of times one way, a couple of times the other way. Soften your left hand onto your heart, your right hand onto your left hand. And connect deeply with yourself here. Notice the effects of your practice. Sending yourself that love, that nourishment, that time, that energy, that respect. This is all about self-love. Know that you are enough. And maybe just lowering your head down. You can say namaste. I always like to. Namaste. Nice work. And then if your eyes are closed, just come with the eyes open. Beautiful, everyone. Namaste. Some people say, oh, what do you say, namaste? I was taught this. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. So we're looking for that divinity, which is always here. It's always here. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed teaching that class today. I always enjoy teaching this class.
but I felt really fully embodied. And you know what? I came into the class today and my energy was a little bit disturbed. I've had a very busy morning, and that's just what I needed. I really needed that yoga. So thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. It's a real honor to teach you all. And I'll see you all next week. All right, everyone, look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.